Penn is an Ivy League university in Philadelphia, and it's meatballs. In the year negative a billion, Penn probably wasn't here. But in the year negative 10,000, Penn still probably wasn't here. But at 1740, a bunch of people got together to build a chapel for a traveling evangelist. And that was a thing for a while, and it was groovy. But then in 1749, a dude who liked to fly kites in thunderstorms as a hobby said, "This is kinda stupid," and got together a bunch of rich people who had a shit ton of money. And he said, "Give me some of your money, and I'm gonna build a school that's gonna educate people." And the rich people were like, "That's dope." So Ben Franklin built a brand new school right across from Independence Hall. But then a bunch of colonists said, "Hey England, you're not my dad." But the then provost thought England really was America's dad. And so the school split into two parts, and the new school was a medicine school. But then they started seeing each other again. So Penn became a university. And right after that, the school moved to a mansion that was built for George Washington, who was like, "No, thank you." So then the mansion was offered to John Adams, who was like, "No, thank you." But then Penn said, "We'll take it." So they took it, but then it got demolished. "Oh shit," said Penn. So they moved into some new buildings and had a good time founding a law school and doing some fraternity stuff. It's time for the Civil War. After all the fighting ended, Penn decided that Center City was kind of crowded, so they moved to new construction on a farm in West Philly, and they built College Hall, which was pretty snazzy. And right after that, things really began to happen. A hospital, a dental school, a Wharton school, a vet school, a grad school, a museum. And because the campus was not shit anymore, people began to have some serious school pride, such as when the football team kicked Yale's ass. And also around this time, the first degrees were given to a woman and an African-American man. That was pretty progressive and also pretty awesome. And inspired by all the academic shenanigans that were going on, the university built a library and some dorms and a football field and the first student union ever. And they also formed a band. "I'm so happy," everyone said. Well, not the dude who died in the annual freshman boxing match, which was actually a thing, but Penn's still cool, I guess. Ding dong, it's World War I. Penn sent about 2,000 students overseas. "Thank you for your service." After the war, Penn kept building things, like a nursing school and the Palestra. But that all stopped because World War II happens. People at Penn did a lot of research to help with the war effort, such as ENIAC. After the war was over, Penn changed its date of founding to 1740 to be earlier than Princeton's. After that, Penn began gobbling up row homes to build dorms. Some of these dorms were shitholes, but other dorms were also shitholes. But then everybody realized that this was a problem. And so Penn began giving back to the community. And since then, Penn has become super competitive. And their students are gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, and straight too. But it's all cool. Bye.